Welcome to Western Norway, one of the most beautiful and captivating regions in the world. With its majestic fjords, towering mountains, stunning waterfalls and world-famous railway lines. This region offers an unforgettable experience for any traveller. Whether you're seeking adventure or relaxation, it has something for everyone. Join us in this first episode as we explore some of the stunning landscapes, driving around incredible fjords, and exploring picturesque villages that make up this breathtaking region. So sit back, relax, and let us guide you through the wonders of Western Norway. This was our first time in Norway, a trip in the planning for 3 years and cancelled twice due to COVID, so it was exciting to finally see the coastline, dotted with hundreds of tiny rocky islands around the larger inhabited areas as we came into land at Bergen airport. The country has a population of approximately 5.4 million people and is often considered to be one of the most expensive travel destinations due to its high cost of living. Luckily, we were a party of 4, with Will's parents joining us on this trip, helping to split the costs and allow us all to enjoy the things we wanted to see and do. Bergen is on the southwestern coast of Norway and is a pretty vibrant city, the second largest in the country. The colourful wooden buildings that line the waterfront known as the Bergen are an iconic attraction, and we'll be back in Bergen later in the series to have a better look around. Our first destination is our incredible riverside cabin, just under 2 hours drive away on the outskirts of Voss, our base for the main part of our trip, and a good place to explore some of the most beautiful and famous fjords, waterfalls and attractions. The E16 road is the main route, and leaving the urban areas of Bergen behind, travelling east, we start to see more snow and the rugged natural landscape that this region is known for. As we drive and enjoy the scenery, let's just touch on the hire car. We collected this from Avis at the airport for a reasonable £294 for 5 days. Top tip, book well in advance. This had doubled in price a few months before our visit. It also does not include road tolls or the use of ferry services, which are added at the end of your hire, adding another £58 in charges for us. The cars are fitted with automatic toll trackers, so there's no stopping to pay fees as you drive. Tolls are common on many roads, bridges, tunnels and ferries. The only thing we found is that you have no idea when a toll applies or how much it is. We only knew the total when returning the car. There are apps you can use to calculate it, but who has time for that? En route to Voss, we took a break in the small village of Dale to collect some groceries for our meals. Due to the remote location of the cabin, eating out would not be easy, and in any case, restaurants are one of the quickest ways to blow your budget with pretty steep prices. We were also travelling on a Sunday, and most large supermarkets are closed. We researched this smaller store to tide us over until the next day when we could do a larger shop. Passing through Voss, our route takes us across some interesting and at times tricky roads before reaching our cabin. Taking an Airbnb for 5 days was the most cost-effective way to stay, and whilst we pushed the boat out and spent £980 for the 4 of us, it was well worth it for this special place. And here it is on the right now. We'll spare you the tour and our riverside deck until later in the video, as you really want us to get out driving those fjords and seeing the sights. We began that on day 2. Clear skies and a manageable -7, 19.4 Fahrenheit greeted us as we prepared to head out for the day. We'll be exploring the Hardanger Fjord region, one of the longest and deepest fjords in Norway. First, we'll take a ferry across and drive south, taking in the scenery and visiting the Låtefossen Waterfall. Let's get going. Weather conditions in February are usually wet or snowy, so it was a wonderful surprise that West Norway was due to have a few days of consecutive sunshine. In fact, a local told us it was the first week of prolonged sunshine all winter. The ferry we are heading to catch is just one example of the many services that run linking communities, an important part of daily life for many people who live in the coastal and island regions where bridges and tunnels are not always practical or possible. You can easily find the service times online by googling your departure location followed by ferry times. This one is once an hour and we managed to time it perfectly to get on board. In summer, expect it to be much busier with queues. The staff just scan your car as you board and the costs are added to your rental. The price for the 20-minute crossing was 101 kroner, around £7.70. With a lounge, toilet and cafe on board, it's a great pit stop, but step outside on deck and enjoy the views. Remember, in winter it can be bitterly cold on the water, so do bundle up. The Hardanger Fjord stretches over 179 kilometres, about 111 miles, from the Atlantic Ocean to the mountain plateau of Hardanger Vidda, making it the 4th longest fjord in the world. It's also known for its stunning natural beauty, with towering mountains, the crystal clear water, and in the summer the lush green valleys. The area is also home to a range of wildlife including eagles, seals and whales, making it a popular destination for nature lovers. We did keep an eye out, but they seemed a little shy today. As we continued our drive south, orchards started popping up on the steep banks on the right-hand side. We pulled into a small settlement for some incredible views. The microclimate in Hardanger is perfect for growing a huge variety of fruit, delicious apples, cherries and more. The fjord is of great value to the farms since it reflects light onto the steep slopes, which helps fruit to grow and keep the climate cooler during the summer. If you're here late spring and into summer, we highly recommend that you visit a fruit or cider farm where you can learn more about production and get a taste for the award-winning Hardanger cider. Is it cold?
Yes.
Ice cold.
Icy cold.
Continuing south, the fjord ends and we cross over with a lake on our right. A spectacular 2-hour drive since leaving the cabin, we finally arrive at the Låtefossen Waterfall. This spectacular waterfall is partly frozen this time of year. It is considered one of the most popular and impressive waterfalls in the country, attracting visitors from around the world. Låtefossen is unique in that it consists of 2 separate streams of water converging in the middle, creating a breathtaking cascade that drops over 165 metres, 540 feet down the mountainside, although there is some conflicting views on its actual height. Now you might be thinking it doesn't look that impressive. Well, let me show you what it looks like in summer without the ice build-up and an aerial perspective. The waterfall is fed from the lake above. It's not that easy to see today due to the freezing, but the waterfall can be viewed from several vantage points, including the bridge, but just be careful, the road can be a bit dangerous. There are several hiking trails in the area that offer different perspective and views of the waterfall and the surrounding landscape, but they are mostly snowed in at this time of year. Don't go anywhere, we still have much more to show you, including cute villages, another amazing waterfall and the perfect place for lunch. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to click and join us for the rest of this Norway series. We are now magically back to where we caught the ferry earlier in the video. We explored the rest of Hardanger Fjord on our 5th day. In the interest of continuity, we'll continue with our drive along this route and share more beautiful places that you can explore. We are heading to Steinsdalsfossen, which I've probably pronounced wrong just like our other Norwegian. It's another fun waterfall you can actually walk behind. En route we found this lovely viewpoint, perfectly designed for a pit stop and picnic. What better place to eat our cabin-prepared lunch and enjoy the serenity of this lovely spot. I can imagine in summer it's pretty popular. The beauty of driving means you can stop wherever takes your fancy, and as we drove through this town, its cute charm and sparkling water hypnotised us into stopping. This small picturesque village or town has a tranquil atmosphere with stunning views along its small sandy shores. Visitors can enjoy the area's natural beauty by exploring the nearby hiking trails, fishing in the fjord, or taking a boat tour to explore the surrounding area. Hardanger Maritime Museum, which showcases the history and culture of the local fishing and boat industry, is nearby. And an annual fruit and cultural festival takes place in autumn and celebrates the area's fruit orchards and cultural heritage. It was just charming. Arriving at Steinsdalsfossen, we are now only 30 minutes drive east of Bergen, so this waterfall is accessible for those not travelling all the way to Voss where we stayed, and you can even get a bus from Bergen if you don't have a car. The waterfall has an interesting tale. It was started by accident back in the 17th century. You always think of waterfalls as being thousands of years old, but this one was only formed when a terrible flood, combined with heavy snow or avalanche, blocked off the river's normal course and pushed it over the cliff. Since then, the water has continued to flow, and in the 1890s, this started to become a tourist attraction, which of course it still is today. One of its unique features is the walk behind the falls, but sadly we were out of luck as they appear to be repairing the railings and so it was closed off. Nevertheless, you can get up close to the roaring falls, which I'm told are at their most ferocious during the spring melt. Before we show you what's coming on next week's episode, join us down on the ice deck, as we called it, for some drinks after a stunning few days driving the fjords. Whilst this deck might be more comfortable as a summer's evening venue, we didn't want to miss out, so lit a fire, grabbed a few drinks and watched the light fade. If you watched our Finland episodes, you'll know we saw the Northern Lights for the first time ever on that trip. Well, like buses, they all come at once, and we were so fortunate to see the Aurora Borealis on 2 nights. It was quite something. Next time we head into the heart of western Norway to the breathtakingly beautiful village of Flom. Situated at the innermost point of Flom's iconic Hardanger Fjord, this magical place is known as a paradise for nature lovers, hikers and railway buffs. Home to one of Europe's most remarkable railway experiences, the Flåmsbana, winding its way through 20 kilometres of stunning scenery, through 20 tunnels, and up mountains with a steep gradient and hairpin turns that take your breath away. This railway is an incredible feat of engineering. We'll find out how the Flom Railway was built, with highlights of the journey and helpful tips for planning your perfect trip. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss this extraordinary train ride. See you next time on the Memory Seekers.